guys? Welcome to the St. Canard Files, a Darkwing Duck video chat. I'm here with my boy Bill. I'm Will Santana. What's up, Bill?
Hey, how's it going, Will? I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Man, I'm good, man. With this whole Corona thing, I really wanted to start an actual a video of me going out hunting for Darkwing Duck, material, old toys at flea markets, swap meets and stuff. But right now we can't. We're
Right.
all stuck in the house. But anyway, Bill is part of our Skype chat that we have every weekend, and we had a topic and a discussion Bill brought up that I thought was really interesting that I wanted to talk about. And he brought up this board game that I actually own. It's a little rare. Bill, what price have you seen this board game for? Not mine, because mine got autographs on it, so mine's worth a little more.
Yeah, you bet, man. You bet. I've been in my searchings in the past couple months or so. I'd come across it online, and I'd probably find it for maybe like $50 at the most, but usually in the range of $40. That's pretty much what I found at $30, $40.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got mine, luckily, I think I got mine for like $25, maybe $5 to $8 to ship it, which I thought was fair.
Right. Right.
When it came out, this board game was $23.99. Now,
hmm
it's not a common board game that I see out there, out in the wild. It's not, I don't think it's rare. Would you say maybe it's uncommon, but not
It's
rare?
it's definitely uncommon compared to like a lot of the I guess bigger franchises that
Mhm.
aren't from that era. Yeah, it's definitely something that I mean after like the mid '90s, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any of them show up around any time at that point because I remember there were other board games from other properties like Tailspin and Chippendale Rescue Rangers and
Mhm.
DuckTales, and they all came out like right around that same time, but I haven't seen them since.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man.
Mhm.
I never saw this as a kid. I never saw it anywhere. I think it's because maybe I was overseas. I'm not sure what year it was released, but I know this board game. Uh, I didn't hear about it till maybe like 20 years ago was the first time I heard about it. I actually saw it at a retro video game convention. A guy had a lot of board games, and he had one specifically I was looking for, Spy versus Spy. And
Oh,
I
okay.
saw he had the Darkwing there, but he wanted like $120 for it. That was a no go for
Jeez.
me.
Yeah, that's a little much for something
Hmm.
that property particularly. That's interesting.
What would you say is a good price for this board game?
Well, it's a good question because since we've been discussing this, you and I, outside of the chats and the
Hmm.
video discussion, um, I think we've discovered that somebody did have a sealed, boxed version of the game.
I saw that.
Yeah, yeah, and I saw that one as of this particular broadcast or filming, I should say. It was about for $200. Is that what
Mhm.
they were
Yeah,
asking for?
it was about $200, man.
Yeah.
I think a good price. Luckily, I've seen it very few times because this board game only pops up every couple of months, man. It's
Right,
not
right.
common on, at least on eBay. I don't know about other auction sites and stuff. I would say a good price is that $20 to $35 range. Uh, my guess for a fair price, I would say be from 40 to about 65. Do you have a fair price range?
Well, I kind of feel the same as you. I also believe that somewhere in like the $50 range, um, maybe as high, like if I really, really wanted it, and there are times where I think about getting it provided it's available,
Hmm.
I'd probably pay as high as maybe $75. But again,
Okay.
it just depends on the market. And again, the market seems thin right now.
Hmm.
And what I had done, I had actually done some research myself, and I looked up to see if there were any other games similar to Darkwing Duck, and I came across the Chippendale games.
Yeah, I seen the
Um,
Chippendale one.
yeah, I saw a few of those. I saw Tailspin, which was one of my favorites. You know that I'm a big Tailspin guy.
Oh, so am I.
Um, right, right, right.
Yeah.
But yeah, they all seem to be kind of fetching somewhere in the vicinity of probably 35 to $45, which again is not bad. And I'd expect shipping to probably cost about $10 because
Yeah.
that's pretty decent for a box that's, I mean, how big is that? 2 feet by a foot by
Hmm.
you know 3 inches high, and so
Yeah.
that
Now,
seems about right.
so 75 is your strong where you in where it's a fair price. About 75 bucks.
Right, right, you're right. When
Okay.
you get close to like triple digits, that's getting a little bit up there for me. And
Yeah.
yeah, but again, I would try to fetch one for somewhere in the $50 range
Well,
average.
now when we were talking also, we were talking about like sometimes I hate when somebody said, "Well, it goes on eBay for 200." No, it doesn't. Someone listed it for 200, and it ain't selling for 200 because
Right,
I've seen it several times up there for $200, $300, and it'll be up there for months. Nobody will buy it, nobody touch it, and then like when I see people watching, it'll be like one, maybe two people. So
right.
I don't know if they're sitting there waiting to see if they can catch one, idiot, so-called idiot, to purchase it at that price that's really desperate. Now I wanted it was a high in my demand that I had to have that board game. I know for you it's kind of a mild want, right?
Right, right. Yeah, I mean, I'm still, totally on Darkwing Duck and everything.
Hmm.
The board game, and up until recently, I probably it was so far in the back of my mind that it wasn't even on my radar at the time, and it only was until the past maybe few months that I
Hmm.
happened to come across one on eBay, and I was like, oh my god, I had all of these. I
Yeah.
had all that stuff as a kid, and knowing the fact that I got rid of them, uh, either in like yard sales or swap meets and things like that, it
Hmm.
just breaks my heart because of all the nostalgia factor that's built up around it now.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. My advice is, be patient, snipe it, if you can. I've seen it on auction a few times. I actually bought an extra one time. It was a Goodwill auction. It was a Goodwill Seattle, and they had it on eBay. Nobody bid on it, and then like the last maybe 3 minutes, I took a bid on it, and I got it for 9.99. And then I think they charged me like 15 to ship it, so about 25 bucks.
Right.
I donated that one. I went to a convention with Terry McGovern at SAC Anime, and I just gave it to this fan, and he had mentioned, and I said, "Hey, I actually
Wow.
brought one. And I want to give it to a collector."
Sure.
So it is possible to get it for a good deal. You got to stay alert on it. You got to stay on it because some people are watching it like a hawk. Um, but don't. My advice is just don't spend that $150 to $200. To me, it's not worth that much. It
And I
it is.
completely agree.
Yeah, definitely you're gonna pay some change for it. Some, is possible you're gonna pay some good money for it because it's like we said, it's not common. It is uncommon. So, if you depending how bad you want it, I would say that $40 to $65 range is a fair price. You're more a little higher, 75.
Right.
But I think that's fair. I think $20, $30 ones are the steals. Those are the ones you just gotta jump on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't waste any time. I mean, I know sometimes, especially now in the time that we're living in,
Hmm.
money can be tight, and I guess you have to weigh your options and realize, okay, I have a little bit of extra cash. Can I make this jump? And if it's something you really, really are searching for, especially
Hmm.
something as unique as this particular board game, like some of the others,
Hmm.
then I'd probably say, yeah, take the opportunity, especially now that since we can't attend conventions and shows like this and toy
Yeah.
fairs. Yeah, it's really tough. So, eBay and sites like that are the option.
Yeah, man. Well, the last thing I want to say about this board game is it's not good.
Can't wait to hear that.
Yeah, it's not good at all. But if you're a collector, you want some Darkwing stuff. I think it's a must-have, in my opinion. It's not a common thing to have either, so it looks good in the Darkwing collection.
Sure, absolutely. It's almost like a crown jewel, especially when you have what 5 or 6 signatures on it.
Well, I got three on mines right now. I got Katie Lee's, Jim Cummings, and Terry McGovern's. There's two more that I can get because the other two have passed away. Rob Paulson is doable. The other one is not happening no time soon.
Well, I've met Rob. He's a great guy, and
Hmm.
I'm sure that once all this blows over,
Yeah.
I'm sure he'd be happy to do it for you.
All right, guys. Well, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Bill, where can they find you at, man?
I'm on Facebook. You can find me, Bill Yadesky, Yadesky. And you could also catch me on Twitter as well, DJ Skies, SKYES. Those are the two main means of social media for me.
All right, guys, we are outro, and remember, stay dangerous.
Take it easy.